Welcome to the Smokers Lounge, where we smoke a lot of, we talk a lot of smoke. I'm your boy Los, the host with the most smoke, and today we have Miss Monique in the building.
Hi guys.
Beautiful co-host, appreciate you.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. It is Monday.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Pretty long weekend. We had Stockton annual golf tournament.
Yes, that was a lot of fun yesterday.
It was. Big shout out to Stockton's 209 finest.
Yes.
For throwing that thing and putting it down like she's supposed to. We appreciate you, Lex.
Yes, it was a great event yesterday.
It was a great turnout too.
Yes, it was. Definitely met a lot of fun people. I got to hang with my girls Marilyn and Erica because they were next to us. So it was fun hanging out with them for the day. It was hot. I ain't gonna lie. It started out very nice in the morning, very cool, comfortable. All of a sudden, it got hot as fuck.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But, even regardless, everyone had a good time, hot as it got. And, it was just really good people.
It was a good turn. It was hot, though.
Great communication. We were well taken care of throughout the whole time. So, yeah, it was good.
Ray Giggs in the building. We appreciate tapping in.
Hello.
We appreciate everybody. Real talk. Make sure you guys tapping in with Giggs and checking out his music. His shit is amazing. We slapped his shit on.
Yeah.
We was slapping his shit. All his shit. Was it right?
It
was
yesterday.
Man,
it was yesterday.
It's been like a long ass fucking day.
I was like, what did we do Saturday? But we went to go to the movies. We went to the movies for the first time since COVID. And we went to see A Quiet Place 2.
Yep.
It was okay. Number one.
Man, those movies make me fall asleep, man. The Quiet Place 2, because it's like damn near it's just like
number one.
A lot of action.
I think number one was better. But it was nice. It was a good movie. I think they kind of left it open for maybe number 3, which I'm not sure how I feel if that's the case. But overall, it's not the movie I've ever seen. But dude, that Marvel commercial that they showed,
right?
That was pretty badass commercial.
Oh yeah.
And they had movies they were showing all the way through 23.
Right.
So it was cool.
Fucking, there wasn't even a lot of people at the movies though.
So we have the unlimited monthly So we can see, movies whenever we want, as many times as we want, and whatnot. But what they started doing now is all of those are separate transactions, which is really weird because before you could tell them how many seats and they would just, scan everybody's card. Now that they do it, is individual transactions. So basically, when we try to buy seats, them all together.
Right.
And then they had to keep a seat in between every transaction, which made no sense because it's like, dude, we're all from the same party. Like, sell me the fucking seat.
Right, quit playing, man.
Yeah, so basically you and I sat in one row. My mom and the girls sat behind us because that was the only way it was going to work. Because she's like, oh, well, you can just sit together. But then after I left, I'm like, well, that's not going to work because if the people next to us bought those seats,
yeah,
then we have to move.
Yep.
So,
G.I. Joe in the building, we appreciate you. He's always in here keeping the fucking comments going. Appreciate you. I'm gonna see you tonight on some duty and get in, put this on some motherfuckers real quick.
yeah.
But no, yeah. Other than that, amazing weekend. But yeah, man, and it's getting hot as fuck outside.
So guys, we might have to let him turn the air on at some point during the show. So if you hear some weird annoyance on, we're apologizing ahead of time because it is hot as fuck, and it's hotter.
Yeah.
Time goes on. It was supposed to be 2 today. Highest it got 97, 98.
Yep.
But it's still hot right now.
Let's take the time to smash the like button.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Notifications is must. And also smoking on.
What you smoking in and who are you smoking with?
Yes, please comments what you smoking on. If you smoking, what you smoking in, a pipe.
Chilling.
If it's did you stuff an apple? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you in the building? Like, I put something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let us
where
know
are you
something.
at? Are you wanting like an exotic beach somewhere? Like fucking streaming with
Shit.
us? Like let
Yeah,
us
right.
know.
That'd be
You
dope,
know?
huh?
Like that would be fucking awesome. You smoking with us from like in Italy or the Caribbean or I don't know. You
Yep.
never know where people are. It's Memorial Day weekend.
It's Memorial Day.
So thank you to those who served, gave the ultimate sacrifice. So thank you.
Right. Crazy. Lots of crazy. You got a bunch of shit popping off in your articles or what?
Let's see what we got. Okay, so you know me and my Royals.
Oh shit.
Never gonna get away from that, guys. So I'm sorry that if you're not. Oh, and I'm gonna be clear. It's the
Shit, I'm
Royals.
smoking air conditioning. Hell yeah.
I'm talking about the British royals. Like Prince Harry and Meghan and So I guess they're shitty neighbors.
Who's that?
Prince Harry and
They got shitty
Meghan
neighbors?
Markle. No, they're the shitty neighbors.
To who?
They're neighbors.
Oh,
Yeah.
they complain?
No, so I'm mad at them, and this part isn't their fault. That was more paparazzi there because of them.
Right.
But I mean, it's not like they asked for it. It's like, oh, paparazzi.
Well, I mean,
come
what the
to
fuck
follow
you think?
me.
And you're the Royals trying to go into a regular
They're in LA.
life and shit. No, dude. If you want to go to Hollywood, the
Yeah.
fucking paparazzi, get out of here.
Yeah,
You know what you're
so
doing.
like that. And then I guess when they walk, they look like they don't like
Pick up the shit.
interact with their. I mean, they didn't say.
Of course
that.
not.
They don't. I'm sure. I think they're kind of.
You don't think they got somebody else to pick up the dog shit for them?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Those are
I
Royals.
don't- I don't know, but they're rude allegedly, and they're very
Yeah.
uptight.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think they're brought up to be.
Gig said, imagine the queen be your neighbor.
Oh my
That's
God.
crazy. Yeah, you'd
She'd
be over
probably
there.
Eat us.
You'd be over there every day trying to fucking make friends
like,
and
hello, hello.
shit. Shit.
I'm
That
here to
bitch would have her
tea.
royal guards fucking take the property every day.
I get arrested for sure. It's like Area 51.
Is
I
is that guarded?
wanna- yeah. Haven't you guards that just stand there and don't move, and you can do all kinds of.
You can't
crazy
do all
with
that shit.
them?
You can until they fuck around and do some shit.
Fuck. I mean, with that thing. I don't know what.
Shit.
Wait, I mean, if she was my neighbor, God, that would be amazing.
Would it really, man?
I don't know. Then we got paparazzi to deal with.
You know they're gonna complain about our yard, right? No.
We are two peasants. to interact with them. We've talked about this.
What the fucking? That's what I'm saying. You know, picking up their own dog shit. I would be mad at them too. Like, why guys walk around here like your shit
To
don't
me,
stink?
the greatest interpretation of how the royals see us is that Enchanted with Giselle and the freaking prince, how he just calls everybody peasants.
I can't get like that.
That's
You
what
can't
I
even
think
ask
of.
that dude what does he do for a living. Like
Ooh, Prince Harry?
yeah. You know what I mean?
Philanthropist.
Right.
And he's in the Royal Air Force.
You don't gotta do shit.
No, he doesn't actually have to do any. Oh, and Megan's banned from wearing the royal jewels.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Bitch can't wear them, huh?
Nope. Banned.
That's crazy. All right, so we done with the Royals.
But I can actually talk to you guys for a whole show about the royals. It's horrible. So, it's Memorial Day weekend. How many of you barbecued? You know what I mean?
You know what, dude? I want. Yeah, let's talk about the barbecue then. So, cause you bought some charcoal.
Deviated from Kingsford.
Right.
Because it was Grill Masters. It
Yo,
wasn't
man, they gave you some like
I don't even know what they gave us.
fake charcoal or something.
Because it was like it had like flavor to it.
It didn't have to it.
It didn't even burn. Like,
yeah,
you
so it
couldn't
didn't even
cook
burn.
hamburgers.
Right.
Easy
It didn't matter. You soak the bitches. You did all that, light them,
Like-
and then after, like the charcoals was still there with no ash on them and shit, dude. And like they just cooled off.
It was kind of weird.
It was weird, man. And then you touched them and they just fucking like turn into dust, and they no ash.
My God.
This shit was crazy.
Before I forget, because I didn't text this to us. So, chocolate milk mix, cocoa powder. I don't know. I think that's two different things, but one of the two. You can legit dunk it in liquid, and when you bring it back up, it's still powder.
What is it?
Chocolate mix. The powder?
You can
the
put it
Nesquik?
in water,
Water, Coke, freaking. I don't know. I watched
but
this
milk is it?
video. Milk. Okay, this is where I
Because that's
didn't-
not. Because I mean, if you ever put
No, dude.
the Nesquik in
Yes, and you stir
in the milk,
it dissolves.
it kind of just stays top.
Okay, so we're gonna do an experiment one day in here, and we're gonna have to cover everything, and we're gonna try it on here. And basically, what they did is they got different liquids, and it was milk, water, Coke, oil.
Did you
I
hear
don't
that,
know. It
Q?
was something else. I don't remember what it was. So, anyways, they patted it on a spoon, and they literally dunked it in the liquid, and and the water looked cool because it was like
It just
we
beat
could
it off
see
the
through.
top?
No, it just stood on the spoon. It stayed on the spoon, like it didn't move, didn't do anything. And then no matter what liquid they brought it out of, as soon as you pulled it up from the liquid, it was still powder. Like if it was with any liquid in it, you legit just put a freaking Q-tip to it, and it just took all the water of the liquid. It was the most craziest thing I've ever seen.
That's weird.
It's weird because then you stir it, it kind of doesn't always fully dissolve.
Right.
You kind of have like that chalkiness sometimes.
At the bottom,
That chunky.
that's kind of weird, huh?
But after
So
seeing
what
the
is it
video,
then? It says it on the back. You want to read
it's a
all
whole
those
bunch of
directions?
shit. It's a whole bunch of shit. There's in the ingredients list here.
Yep.
But yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like, just like our charcoal.
Yeah, that charcoal shit was crazy, dude. I bought charcoal that don't burn, man. Like that shit insane.
It was so weird. I didn't want to do anything.
And it's hella hot outside, man. Like, yeah, dude, that's crazy. They're selling fucking bad charcoal.
Yes, and I read reviews before I buy something new or I want to try something out. I will read the reviews, and I had, I didn't have very many reviews, but the reviews that I did have were like good. It gives a good flavor, burns nice, and blah blah blah. They're fucking liars.
Shit, that shit did not burn.
It did not burn. Like we couldn't even cook the hamburgers. Like it's not like they were hella thick. We couldn't cook the green onions. Like we had to put everything back in the house and cook it.
You could touch the grill the whole fucking time. Like that's how fucking they
How
burn.
it didn't get hot. So,
Insane.
What's nice though is like when we cooked them in the house, it still had that like barbecue flavor a little bit.
Yeah.
So that worked out nicely. We used foil.
Yeah.
Do you know why? One's dull and one's shiny.
Crackhead smoke on one side of it, and they light on the other side of it. I think that's the main purpose.
Oh shit.
Or is there fucking any specific reason that is on side?
There's actually absolutely no reason.
None?
It doesn't matter at all.
I bet it's just to make it look nice on the outside,
No,
the shiny
it's
part.
because when they make it, it's during like whenever some.
They're only
stuff-
finishing one side.
I guess they're like, ah, fuck it. You know why we got to do both sides for them? But no,
They're gonna
there's
just smoke out of it anyway.
Right. There's absolutely no reason to it. No rhyme or reason. It's just there. So depending what side you want to look at when you cook, have at it because it don't matter.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I mean, I really thought there was purpose. At the end of the day, I was like, damn, I'm like, have I been using foil?
Yeah, you're
wrong
putting
my
the
whole
you're putting the
life?
foil on backwards.
I like, damn, have I been doing it wrong?
Has somebody ever said that? You're putting on. You ever heard that? You're putting the foil on backwards.
I've never heard that.
Shit, that's why it's sticking. That's why it's sticking. The foil's on backwards.
Has somebody really told you that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Shit.
I don't know. No one's ever told me that. That's just.
Yep.
But now we know. It's been said.
Shit. We went to Connected today, man, and picked up some Union Electric.
Not bad.
It's some good. It's
Not
not bad,
bad.
man. It'll work.
Does its job.
Shit. It's always starting
It's
to be
ice
like
cream
that.
cake.
It's ice cream cake. It's good,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. It's just everywhere ice cream cake. Try something different. Hey, let's turn this air conditioner on. Boy,
yeah,
it's getting hot.
getting hot, guys. We're gonna turn it on for a few minutes. You know, so yes, you will hear the background noise, but we're dying in here, guys. So anyway, speaking of dying, which I hate that was a horrible segue.
That's a fucking very, very nice way that you
very-
fucking went into that.
Yeah, that's horrible. Sorry, guys, that was a little bit harsh there. Well, TikTok challenges.
Okay.
So there's a fire challenge.
So what's that?
So basically, you get a flammable substance
Uh-huh.
of some sort.
Uh-huh.
You spray it on the wall,
Uh-huh.
and then you light it on
Then you
fire.
light it on fire. Oh my God. Okay. This can't go wrong.
I mean, right?
This ain't gonna
That's
go wrong at
exactly
all.
what I said.
Like
Who's thinking of this?
no, it's not who's thinking of this. It's why are you
people doing
following?
it? Why are you doing it?
Why are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes. And like, I hate that I have to remind both. Like, yes, we have an 18-year-old and she's an adult, but sometimes I worry about this generation. I don't care how old you are, because I mean, I think people of all ages do it, but it's like, seriously, come on, guys.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to common sense? Eating Tide Pods.
so has
fucking
anybody's
fire
house burnt down yet
challenge.
from this shit?
No one's house is burned down yet.
Bet. I bet you just ain't heard about it.
I mean, that's true too. There's a very high possibility that no, we have not heard the story of a house burning down, but I mean, I'm sure it's out there.
Oh yeah.
But it's just like, I don't get it. Like, you're asking for trouble at
Right.
that point.
And
you know?
motherfuckers are fucking just spraying shit on their wall and
What?
lighting it on fire.
Hey, this is gonna go end well.
Right.
You know.
And then when you fucking spray the wrong shit and you realize that shit's not gonna go out, oh
Mm-hmm.
fuck, it's over.
or like what
People
do you-
don't know fucking paint's flammable too, man. Like, why are you lighting the wall? That's dumb. You're gonna
But
catch
why
your
are
own
you
shit on
lighting
fire.
anything to begin with? And like, who starts these quote unquote trends? Like, what the fuck is so trendy about possibly burning a building down or fucking killing yourself? Like, oh, let's go, you know, make
Because
this a
people
trend.
want to watch it.
Yeah, that's actually, you know, is this
Because
the,
people want to watch it. That's why.
Is this the equivalent?
Would you watch it?
No,
I probably would.
I don't go on TikTok.
I don't watch TikTok either, but I'd watch that
But
video.
is this like the equivalent of like gladiators, like back in the day? You know,
Nah.
people like.
Gladiators was fucking ruthless. They was like fucking
But people
They
like watching that. Like those gruesome stuff.
oversized wrestlers that fucking
And
had anger
chariots.
issues and shit.
And chariots.
Oh, you talking about back then? I thought you meant this
Yeah.
gladiators.
No, oh man, the one on TV?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I loved that show where they were jousting and they would play the game with the tennis balls and try to hit them. Love that show.
Yeah, that was. Everybody thought that they can do it on. Everybody was like, "Man, put me on gladiators," just like Ninja Warrior.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
People, okay, so we're not talking about American Ninja Warrior, guys. The real Ninja Warrior from Japan or
Yeah.
wherever the.
Yeah, that's when they was
now
fucking
that's
climbing on
when they
walls
were fucking.
With that, you know what I mean?
When they would
and
convert.
then jumping onto like
Yes,
ropes,
yes.
swinging over fire and shit.
And
Like,
then they would convert their fucking homes into the freaking course that
Right.
they built,
Right,
you
right.
know,
To
and
be a
like,
ninja warrior.
To be a ninja warrior, like they took that shit with pride.
And you know what they won?
Nothing.
The chance
The
to be
chance.
fucking.
They
to be
just
called
got a
the
title.
the one and shit. You know what I
Of
mean?
being American or to being a ninja warrior. But it's just like, and yes, guys, I'm sorry, but the American Ninja Warrior is just, it's nothing. Like the excitement and the real Ninja Warrior, like that's what made you like stay and listen, and it was fun.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. And then fucking American Ninja Warrior ruined it.
It completely like whitewashed it. I hate to like put it that way, but I don't Americanize it. I mean, I don't know which is the politically correct way to say it. There's no easy way, but they completely Americanized it, and it just got garbage.
If you guys haven't seen Ninja Warrior, the fucking
watch the original
the
one,
Japanese
though.
shit. This shit's
where,
crazy.
like they're
Like these
it's the
motherfuckers are.
announcer.
Yeah, the announcers
Man,
though.
the announcer was so badass. That's why we kept watching it. Is like we didn't understand because we needed, we
Right.
needed subtitles. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
I mean, yo, like
but
the announcers would just make that
excitement-
shit so fucking
Oh
amazing.
my god! Like he fell off the water, but the way he said he
Yeah.
fell off the water.
He didn't say that.
No.
He was like, oh, so, wah.
Yes.
Motherfucker. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, definitely
Yeah.
check that out.
American Ninja Warrior was fucking
Garbage.
a garbage compared to the fucking
real-
original. They had the fucking warp wall where they had to run and jump. I mean, it looks easy.
Hell fucking no, it's not easy.
Because everybody thinks that they can do it. Like, you're watching it and you're like, man, I can do this
No,
course.
the one that tripped me out the most is when they're in this like box thingy where it's like nothing around them but like plastic, and they have to use their arms and legs, like they look like a starfish.
Oh, fuck.
And they
you
have
mean
to
that
like
you got two
go
walls
up.
like this, and
Yes.
they jump in between them, and then they spread their hands out.
and just go
and they
up
just,
like fucking
and then
Spider-Man.
they fucking just, I'm like, these motherfuckers are crazy.
That's why ninjas exist
You ain't, yeah,
in Japan.
those are real ninjas, man.
Yeah. Dude, they are so badass. Like, and they take that shit so seriously, and the pride that they have because they've dedicated hours
Their
and
life.
hours. Yes,
Their
they
grandfather was a
literally-
ninja warrior.
Seriously, that's what it felt like on the show. So it was just badass. I really liked it.
Hell yeah.
No, that's a challenge.
Yeah.
What?
Gig said, what happened with the guy with the shopping cart on fire?
Oh,
You know what? I
oh
still
my
see that
God,
shopping cart.
Yes.
It's still sitting over there. I don't know what happened to the guy, man. But
He,
that
like,
shopping cart.
abandoned it.
Yeah, and it's still like floating around the corners on all the. This is just there, man.
Yes.
It's crazy. It's like part of the environment now. You know. Yeah, that was
Burned into the
crazy, man.
community. Yeah.
That motherfucker got pissed off at me, man. I was just letting him know his shit was on fire.
Like, how did he not feel that? I still, till this day, that it's emitting heat. Like, it's pushing it.
I mean, he was walking mad. You know what I mean? Like he was
already mad.
He was already. I would be mad too, but I didn't know his shit was on fire. I didn't know he knew his shit was on fire. The way he was walking, like he didn't even realize his shit's back here, and he's walking up here, and he's pulling his cart.
How does he
I'm
not
like, hey,
feel
yo,
it?
bro, look, your shit's on fire, man. But he
Like-
was all pissed off.
How
Yeah, how do you not know?
does he not
And why you gonna
feel
get
it?
mad at me for telling you? First of all,
No, I know.
you want to start charging after my truck like you're some kind of fucking.
Dude, what if he pushed the fucking fire cart towards you?
Then I would have fucking just like
Sped off.
kind of like went around it,
Swerved.
swerved a little bit.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like, how crazy would that have been? Like, damn, motherfucker, like, what happened to you today?
Yeah. I should have did a couple more circles around him,
You
huh?
so should have.
Nah,
That would have made him really mad.
that would have really made him mad,
Could have
man.
escalated it to something ugly.
Not really. Like,
And you know what's crazy? You know how many fucking.
I
like,
mean,
that-
it was already ugly. His shit is on fire, dude. Like, there's nothing else that can happen to you today, man. Like,
I mean, I guess. But it was crazy is like the gas station was right there.
and he was walking towards it.
Yes. But you know how many fires are right there by the gas
Yeah.
station? It's like, come on, people. Like,
It's crazy. That corner right there, Bianchi,
It's fucking
West
crazy.
Lane,
Crazy.
shit gets popping out there, man.
definitely has its moments. I'll say that.
What else we got in the motherfucking feeds?
Oh, well, speaking of just Stockton in general, the fountains are back on.
Okay, yeah.
The
Downtown
fountains.
fountains is,
Oh,
is
yeah.
hot outside.
Hot as fuck.
People are buying up all the pools to make profit on them and stuff. It's hard to find pools. It's hard to find. The fountains are open downtown, y'all. Go downtown, take your
Yes.
kids,
Yes.
and enjoy some of that fucking free water that they're giving out, because they ain't gonna give out nothing else for free. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
But no, The youngest went yesterday, and she liked it for a little bit. She's just getting older now, and she's like too cool for that. She thinks.
Yeah.
But fuck that. We're gonna go.
You gonna force your kids?
Yes, I'm going. I'm
You
making
that,
her
Mom?
go. Yep. Fuck you. I want to go have fun in the water, and I need you as an excuse.
Then go.
I'm not gonna go by myself. That's just weird.
All right. We'll turn off the air for a little
turn
bit.
it off for a little bit and see how that goes. Yeah. So, we like talking about space.
Yes, space and time. Speaking of space and time, I think my cousin just got back from time traveling.
Oh yeah.
Again.
What happens?
He sat down with the beans, man, and talked to. I don't know, man. We're gonna have to
bring
find
him
out.
back on.
He's over here having his DMT experiences, man, all over the place.
Yeah.
Yep, he's enjoying his shit.
I would hope so.
Mike Tyson, man, licked the back of a toad and fucking, or they extracted it and they
Like,
smoked
do
it.
they really like lick it, or is
No,
this, you know
they're
what I
they're
mean?
fucking extracting it.
But I bet you
It's not like they have a toad and it's just
well,
like
and that's what I envisioned in my mind, is like a fucking toad in your hand. And you know
you
what I
gotta
mean?
catch the motherfucker first, man. It's not easy.
Right? Like the Princess and the Frog. You know, that's what I think of. You know, because it's like
That's what you think of.
You know why? Because if you watch that movie, that fucking movie's hella dark. It's about voodoo and fucking, you know, like hallucinations.
Yep.
So it's like it makes sense for like a frog movie.
Right.
And
That's why frogs' eyes are like
okay,
that.
listen to this.
All
She
over the place.
kissed a frog. You know what I mean? So like, hello, like she licked a frog. If you think about it,
And then what?
all this crazy shit happens.
Oh shit! Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
So
Damn.
Disney movies are a trip if you really, you know, dissect them a little bit further. And I think Princess and the Frog was a little bit darker than I, you know.
Yep. Ray,
I underestimated its darkness.
Giggs wants to know what's more scary, space or the ocean. You know what I mean? And that's fucking.
We're
And so they
fucked in
say
either situation.
Well, they say that we know more about our space than we do our own waters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And to me, that just sounds ridiculous.
It does, right? When
You know what I mean? That just sounds ridiculous
Can
when
you
space
even
is
get to
endless,
space?
timeless, everywhere and nowhere and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know more about that shit than you know what's in our fucking waters?
But that's what they say.
Man, that's some scary
That's
shit.
what they say.
Right.
What if that's another entrance to inner?
Oh, shit. Here we
Because
go.
you think
it
about
could be.
What if you think about the trenches?
Like Antarctica and all that? Is that why
Yes.
they don't want us to go there and it's a no-fly zone?
Yes, like if you think about it, like the trenches, like you know what is it, in Nemo? You know the deep.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, we're using fucking Nemo and fucking Princess and the Frog and shit.
But it's just like, you know, we don't know what's down there. And look at
Right.
what is that, the Meg? Look at that. You know, that theory that they had of like the last quote unquote like layer of the ocean.
Right, they
was
thought it
really
was-
like a permafrost type of thing that they
They thought it
You
was
know,
fucking
penetrated?
ground and they went through and it was fucking other
So-
waters down there.
like what if there's a whole other world? And that's,
Well, shit, and that's what they're saying, man. You know, because fucking they don't know how far.
I think they do know. They just don't want to tell us.
I'm sure that they do, man.
You know, what if like Antarctica and the oceans, they all somehow come together and meet as one, and that's why they don't want to tell us about it. Like there's multiple entrances into Earth, not just through.
So, are you a
Antarctica.
big believer of hollow Earth and
Fuck
inner
yeah.
Earth and all that?
Fuck yeah! I don't think we've really been to space either.
You mean outer space?
Yes,
mean past the
outer
firmament?
space. Past the firmament.
Okay, right. I don't believe that either.
I don't think we've penetrated it. I think it's all bullshit
Well, I mean, we have been to the moon though.
because it's in
Because it's in.
in the firmament, just like the sun.
Yep.
So, and you can't even like Google it or like YouTube it because it's all censored. So
They
you can't
started
even
censoring
find
that
it.
shit a few years
So
ago.
it's like you talk to people about this and they quote unquote want to fact check you. It's like you can't. Like you can't find it
Right.
anymore because the government only wants you to know what they want you to know, and they're only gonna let you see so much so that you're not woke.
There's somebody out there. There might be a video floating around. A credible one, Admiral Byrd, the pilot that actually flew towards that way, and
And you know what's crazy?
he has a crazy ass fucking story.
That movie Up
Uh-huh.
is just like that story.
Oh, is that? See, there you go,
With
man.
another Disney movie. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like, hello, guys, listen. Like, it's all these Disney movies that are telling you, like, wake up, people. Like, even in Disney movies and a kids movie, are they telling you,
Yeah.
like, the reality of what's
Well,
going on around
that's because
you?
they, you know, that's why when
So they've taken Admiral Byrd.
they can't say that they didn't tell you.
But like nobody wants to pay attention to those little signs and put it all together. But it's just like you think about where did he fucking fly his house to? He went to like inner Earth with the
Right.
the bird.
Right. With that with the weird looking bird.
Yeah, an inner Earth bird. It looked prehistoric.
Yeah.
So just listen.
Yeah. Like Admiral Birdman, that shit was crazy. He talked about flying over Antarctica and getting controlled by fucking other aircrafts that wasn't from this world and taking down some shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, and he
And that's
was
a respectable. He's an admiral.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
wasn't just some crazy off the street. Like the news finds.
And he logged everything.
Sorry.
He logged everything
Because
you know what I mean?
that was his job if you think about it. Yeah.
That's crazy shit.
But people don't. The government doesn't want to tell you.
Hell no, they don't want to tell you.
And I wonder why. I really want to know what's there. At the end of the day, we don't know everything that's there. We get like, even then, that's what's dictated to us of what's available. So we don't get a full picture of what else is there.
I don't know. Yep. What else we got? Cause we all over the motherfucking place tonight.
Okay, so sunscreens. It's that time of year, and I was thinking about it when I was reading this. Air's going back on, guys, because it's hot again. The cancer rates from when like sunscreen was available to everybody versus when they weren't is because like skin cancer is super prevalent, and now they're saying that there's cancer causing chemicals in sunscreens that you buy and put on, especially the spray ones. And honestly, I love the spray ones because of the convenience. That's why you kind of sometimes pay a little bit more. But the cancer causing stuff, it's like I don't think anybody knew that was a surprise. So it's just like, now is that like a link to cancer this whole time, and that's why skin cancer has gone up?
Well, I mean, anytime that you're fucking piling chemicals on your fucking face and body, it's not gonna be good.
I mean, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like any kind of medication you take, right? You're trying to, you want to fix that, right? But you're gonna cause all these other problems,
Right?
Right?
Even death.
Even death, right? The side effects are crazy. And it's the same thing. You want to block out the sun. That's what you're fucking looking for. But they're not going to tell you, we're going to block the sun out for you, but you're going to get cancer, hepatitis, you're going to lose a leg.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit. So
it's just crazy. And then, like, because Anna and I, we've talked about that before. She does make her own sunscreens, which is awesome, and I love using them. But it's just, like, I'm not surprised that this officially came out. And I think I haven't heard it on the news, and like right now, like we do put it on the news as just like noise in the background, but we do catch, we do hear, what is going on, and nothing has ever been talked about the sunscreens and this. It's like going under the radar, so like nobody really gets to hear about it or see it. So they're gonna continue buying it, and then, like it's just interesting how the cycle works. They make you think you need it, and then, like, are they working in conjunction with the pharmaceutical? Because you are going to get skin cancer, then you're going to have to need chemotherapy, and then you're going to spend these millions of dollars on pharmaceutical products when you're older in life.
Damn.
So.
It's a network, huh?
Yes. Like, what do we just, like, fucking Seaspiracy? Like, that was the whole point of commercial fishing, is because there was that one label on top that controlled everything under it, and no matter what these people did, it was always tied to that one company.
Right.
And it's a conspiracy. That's why it was called Seaspiracy, because it's a conspiracy. They all work in cahoots.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
What are we smoking, man? Is anybody blazing something out there or rolling up something? You know what I mean? Let us know. Let us know. I'm going to roll us a quick fucking joint real quick. Hell yeah. So what's good?
So,
Good over
speaking of stuff.
Speaking of stuff, I got a bunch of it.
There is now possible evidence that the Chinese did manufacture the COVID virus.
Oh, it was manufactured.
Yeah, and then they re-engineered it to make it look like it came from the bat.
Oh, wow. They got skill like that.
So they're like splicing the gene or whatever they want to call it. You know
And
what I mean?
this is through what source?
Hold on. Let me go there. What happened? So it's this British professor from Norwegian that there's primary evidence of retroengineering in China.
Fucking Gates is right on some
The
shit.
academics and major medical journals ignored the evidence. So that's why it hasn't been published. And for those that don't know, when someone tells you, cite me a peer-reviewed article, that means the article is legit. That it has been basically fact-checked by other scientists and, people that are there to make sure that, the information that's in those medical journals and those scientific journals are correct so that you can recreate the study that is in that journal. So when someone says, hey, I need a peer-reviewed article, that's what they're asking for. So, that's why his information is important, because it shows that those journals are still a little bit mainstream because they something that would have been important to include.
Right.
Because there's also another study.
So there's professional fact checkers.
Yeah. So there's also another study that says that the masks did absolutely nothing to stop the spread of COVID. So it's just like, all these new things are coming out.
What do you mean the mask?
Like
us?
us wearing masks.
Oh, the masks.
Yeah. The
Didn't do
masks that
nothing.
we wear to
No,
stop
for sure
the spread
not.
of COVID, which everybody knew because, you can breathe through your mask.
Right.
And when people sneeze and cough, most of the time they pulled it down. So I'm not sure how effective that was. But it's just interesting now that everything's opening in June in 2 weeks. And now all these things are coming out how, it was engineered. You didn't need a mask. And
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And June 16th, we're going to be maskless.
I mean, we'll see what this thing says.
Because they're talking about opening up everything.
Yes,
and no mask, like
100%.
nothing ever happened and stuff. And so what do you think that's going to do to people, man? Because people are scared.
So I
And
think
people are trained now. Like, even
people,
not.
yes, that's exactly what I was going to say, is they've trained people to not want to go out now. So even though it's going to open back up, you're still going to see an increase for sure, because there is a huge percentage of people that are like, fuck yeah, let's get back to normalcy for the most part. So, but there are also going to be a percentage that don't want to come out. And you're going to feel that difference too, if that makes sense. You're going to feel it both ways. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I mean, I think Florida is pretty much open and they've been normal.
Oh, Florida?
Yeah, I think so.
Good shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
It is fucking getting time, man, for everybody to start fucking planting their vegetables outside. You know what I mean? And doing their thing. I'm sure everybody's on their game already. Crop season, man. Can't wait for that shit. You got anything else popping? Or are we good?
There's lots.
Oh, you got a bunch of shit, huh?
Okay, so what we should have talked about earlier, as you were talking about DMT and stuff, is another study just nonchalantly coming out saying that LSD is basically I don't want to say what they're saying is comparable to DMT, but the way they describe LSD now is very similar to that of DMT.
And you know what's a trip though?
Huh.
Because I don't know, man, they look at DMT different than
What do you mean?
LSD and
It is, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
everything.
That it's not LSD. I'm just saying that the way they talked about LSD and how it opens your mind, if you read it and didn't know they were talking about LSD, you might possibly confuse it with DMT.
Yeah.
If you didn't.
But DMT is starting to be
More, I don't want to say popular, but people are knowing more about it or becoming informed about it. I don't know how you want to word
more social.
that. Yeah.
It's starting to be a lot more social.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's interesting because of,
It is interesting.
if you're with the wrong people and have a bad trip, are they going to help you or are they going to abandon you? You don't know what's going to happen if you have a bad trip, because not every trip is a good trip. There is videos out there that people have talked about having bad trips. So
not everybody's
you still
ready
take
for
a chance
DMT,
either
man.
way.
That shit fucking opens you, tears
in a
you
different
apart.
way.
Yeah, man.
And if you're not fully open or woke and understanding of what
Takes your ego away from you, man, and you go in there butt naked with no ego, and and you don't, you don't know who yourself. You'll know yourself. It's crazy. It's crazy. But
yeah. So it's interesting how they're just saying. I mean, yes, LSD is still a highly different type of drug, and it's not the same as DMT. But it's interesting how they talked about it, and described it, because I mean, it was used before as studies in like prisoners back in the day. They did test it on them,
Right.
to see how people reacted. Like they would seriously starve them, and like they basically treated them like mice.
What, LSD? Oh no, for sure, man. They was using LSD for the MK Ultra mind control fucking program that they had.
Starve them.
Actually, it started in Vietnam and shit, I believe, man. They was keeping people up for months at a time and keeping them on LSD and giving them fucking those adrenaline shots to keep them up and shit, man. And then until they started hallucinating. You know what I mean? 30, 40, 50 days up, man. Like, that's insane. That's crazy.
So what's crazy is there's also this guy who he was a doctor, and I don't remember his name off the top of my head, where he did his own study with, I mean, he didn't take LSD, but he stayed up for 21 days straight. And basically after, I forget how many days exactly, he did start hallucinating naturally, because your body cannot survive. It's not that I think it would die like without having food or water, but your body goes into another different type of shutdown when it doesn't sleep. So he did start hallucinating. Like it got so bad where he thought it was like having spiders and shit all over him.
Damn.
So imagine, oh my God. And then that reminds me of that movie we just watched about the true story of the Guantanamo Bay. They alleged he was a terrorist, and he wasn't.
Oh, right. And that's, they waterboarded him.
Dude, the things that they did to him,
and he wasn't nobody. He was just like
he was legit a nobody who happened to be related to Bin Laden. Like, it wasn't his fault.
Right.
He was fucking related to his Bin Laden. Like, he just got on the shittiest pool gene imaginable.
And so what they did, because he said they knew nothing, so they took him and they took him to, they tortured him.
Fuck out of him,
they put him in Guantanamo, and they tortured him every day. And then they didn't let him sleep. They played that heavy metal.
That's what I was just gonna say right now. That part right there is what made me want to cry in that part of the movie. If I were gonna cry in any part of it,
anyways, it came torture so fucking bad, right? To where they was telling them, giving them paper and saying all you gotta do is sign this and the torture will stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was like, I'm not signing shit. You know what I mean? I didn't do shit, and I'm not, you know what I mean? And they tortured
him. Like, he's like, how many days has it been? He's like,
there was like days. It's been months. Yeah.
He's like, this needs to stop now. Just tell us.
Yeah. They was getting tired of torturing him.
Yeah, they was getting tired of torturing him.
That shit's crazy, man. And that was based on some real life true shit. It was a true
story. I can't even pronounce the word Makirian. It was such, man, it really made me realize just how sick our government is. Yeah. Like, just the lengths of what they're willing to do to make you fit the mold of what we've told American citizens.
Right, but we don't know. I mean, shit, you can't believe anything you see on TV, man. You got to do a lot of your own.
You got to do a lot of your own research. Don't get me wrong. But I think there's always truth behind most movies that come out.
Yep.
And I don't think this movie was too fabricated to where it didn't happen. Something happened to that man. For sure. Crazy. But it was.
But that was a good ass movie. What was the name of that movie?
I don't know how to pronounce it. The Makitarian. Oh, I am so sorry, guys. I'm butchering it because it was a word that I've never seen before. I didn't know how to pronounce it even to begin with. The only reason
it's not even in this language, right?
No, it is pronounceable in English the way it is, but it's the combination of letters that make it hard for me to memorize and say. I don't know how else to describe it because it's a word that you have never said before.
Yeah.
So, and they said it once in the movie, and I was like, okay, that's how you say it. And then I still have a hard time remembering it and saying it. But it's a really good movie. And like I said, the only reason we stumbled up, watched it without just looking at the titles because the preview came on, it had to be on Netflix because, the preview comes on while, you click on the title.
Yep.
So it was really good. Or could have been on Prime. It was either Netflix or Prime, guys.
Yep. Good shit.
I don't remember who was in it.
Yep.
So sorry.
We appreciate everybody tapping in, everybody who tapped in and is tapping in. Yep, we just want to fucking a happy Memorial Day. You know what I mean? Fucking, I hope everybody had a good weekend.
Definitely.
Shit, man. Fucking, we gonna go ahead and continue smoking this fucking joint.
Yeah, it's hot, guys. I'm gonna lie.
And we gonna go ahead and check you guys out next Friday.
That's right.
Shit, we soon might be having Ray Giggs up in here, man, again,
Yep,
to
definitely.
see what he's doing. So stay on the lookout for that, man. This is the Smokers Lounge. We out this bitch.
Good night, guys.